Hey, what's good with the world, man? It's your boy Joker, man, back with another one, man. Just want to say, first and foremost, I appreciate you guys always for tuning in, making sure you guys tap in and see everything that's going on the channel and everything that's popping over here. Before we even get started, make sure you do the thing, hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and please hit that notification bell. As far as you know, knowing what's coming up next, I always get to know what's coming up next. But let's just get right into it, man. I'm gonna do a quick reaction to our Banzo Bling interview, which of course is listed as the guy who allegedly might have unalived MO3. The guy who named, of course, his real name is Keywan White, and of course they put him as the, of course, person who was in contact with Yella Beezy for Yella Beezy to get arrested, as far as saying that he was hired to murder three. So I just want to kind of first and foremost just give a quick, just a quick statement about the interview itself. Normally that's not our normal interview style. Again, we don't really do jailhouse interviews, as you guys know, and we also don't jump on camera during the Real Life Street Stars interviews. Of course, you know, me doing this, again, I speak for myself. I don't speak for the rest of the guys. I don't speak for the RealLyfe Street Stars platform. I speak for RealLyfe Joker. But we don't normally do interviews where we put ourselves on camera doing interviews, because it's never about us. It's always about the person doing the interview. So we never try to make it about us. But with that being said, shout out to Mr. Nike, Game 101 DVD. I believe the day, or at least within 24 hours of Yella Beezy getting arrested for the unaliving for hire of Mo3, Mr. Nike reached out, or somehow, whether he reached out or they reached out to him, he got the interview with Banzo Bling, aka Keywan White. Once he got that interview, I think his job, or at that time, he just, for whatever reason, he didn't want to put on his platform. Or maybe he did, but that's not what happened. So of course he was offering to give it to RealLyfe and have RealLyfe post it. It's one of those things that we didn't get a chance to actually watch it first. We just kind of we said, yeah, we definitely wanted to look into it, because we had just did the Rainwater interview, and the Rainwater interview went crazy. So so yeah, so we did get it. As y'all saw in that interview, it starts off, of course, Keywan White is on camera. It doesn't start off with him on camera. There's some sound issues. Again, this is not our equipment. Shout out to Mr. Nike and his whole setup on his radio station, Game 101 Radio. But it's not our setup. It's not our setup. We just basically took the video that he already recorded. So if there's any sound issues on Nike's half or on Keywan White's part, it's not us controlling it. It's not us being there. We're not even in the room. It's not nothing that we conducted. We try to, pride ourselves on quality, and I know sometimes even our quality is low. So I get it, what I'm saying, as far as just, whatever we put out, we stand on. So it is what it is. But with that being said, Mr. Nike jumped off trying to get the audio right. Keywan, his audio was kind of all over the place, as far as just, you couldn't really hear, so therefore we got subtitles in there. But for the important parts, I think you could hear for the important parts. But for the most part, it's kind of hard to understand the whole interview, especially if someone's trying to listen like on a phone or something. It's probably hard to understand. You probably gotta have earphones on. The line of questioning, we didn't set up the questions. These are all Mr. Nike's questions. This is something we didn't even know was happening. This was done after the fact, and Mr. Nike came to us to let us know that he had an interview done with Keywan White. So we didn't set up the questions. We didn't have anywhere to go, but all we got was what was talked about. Like, hey, he does talk about the incident of Mo3's unalivement. The day of, what is he there? He talks about PMG, which is of course Yella Beezy's his label, or his music group. So we said that's enough to just, if you discuss that the day after this arrest, it's enough for us to kind of just we'll take it off you. We'll take it. So I was able to watch it like y'all watched it, as far as it coming out, and of course I did. Of course we saw it earlier, but we said it's good. It was good enough to put out. It wasn't a situation where we said let's not put this out. I've seen the comments, talking about the audio and just the line of questioning. It's better to have those comments exist than not exist. So it's better to get his statement of Keywan White versus not have it and not put it out. So I'm actually glad the conversation happened. I'm glad that the world gets to kind of make their own judgment on who's right, who's wrong, who's guilty, who's not innocent. Again, we played a social media game to where I felt it was for y'all to, make the decision as far as what that is and what that was. So with that being said, we wanted y'all to get that, make your own determination as far as what it was and what it is. It's not really for us to say what it is. We didn't put it out. Now, mind you, the title does say I take responsibility for what I did, and you could look at it as misleading, but we're only taking the quotations, basically saying that's exactly what Keywan White said. I only take responsibility for what I did, meaning I think at the time of him saying it, he's saying that he didn't have nothing to do with Mo3's unalivement. He was, he's in the feds for gun charges, for lean and for other stuff, for other stuff, not for that. He's in the feds for that stuff. That's a state case. He said, I have nothing to do with that, but he did admit to having guns in his car, lean in his car, everything that he got arrested for. He said he admitted to that. He said, I did that. I'm only taking responsibility for what I did, not what I didn't do. So if you call it a misleadment, hey, it is what it is, but that's what he said. And the goal is for you guys to watch it and then make a deciphering decision as far as what you think it is. So hopefully the audio wasn't too bad to where y'all couldn't understand what he was saying. Hopefully y'all watched it and kind of had an understanding, an idea of what he was talking about. And of course, using that to say, hey, we have enough to kind of go off of and go from there. So Keywan White, Mason Nike was kind of playing a little bit. We do have part 2 coming out where he actually addresses the transgender situation. So of course, be sure to tune in for part 2. But for the most part, it was a light interview. It wasn't nothing, again, it wasn't our questions. I would have actually popped off with the question, me personally, did you have anything, are you working with the federal government, are you working with the state to jam up Yella Beezy? That would have been my first question, because again, I don't think Yella Beezy had anything to do with that. It sounds crazy for a man to be on the top of the world with "That's on me," and get such in a rage to where he's like, I'm gonna put a hit out on a person. And that just sounds crazy to me. As far as a person with children, I don't know if anybody played, and then also calling the person, I would be 3, 4, 5 degrees separated from that. He wouldn't even be able to trace it back to me if I had that kind of money. So it just doesn't make sense. Yella Beezy, he has a bond for $2 million. In the state of Texas, it's going to cost $200,000 to get out on that bond, 10%. Put up a house, put up some cars, put up whatever it is, put up some cash. I believe somebody has it. I think he's already made bond. Today's Monday. He should be out on Tuesday, from what I hear, so he should be out tomorrow to kind of hopefully speak on this. Now, if I was Yella Beezy's manager, I know Yella Beezy loves to stay silent, loves to stay quiet. He doesn't like to talk about things. But if I was his manager, I would tell him this is one time, as far as with the charges actually coming down on you and being indicted. Prior to getting indicted, you don't have to answer no one, bro. You just live your life, bro. Do whatever. But after the charges come out, I would at least make a statement or have someone make a statement for him. A public attorney, whoever's he with, and hopefully it's not the attorney that was with him during the rainwater trial for the lawsuit for his hip replacement, whatever. Hopefully he doesn't have that same lawyer for this charge, because that lawyer did a horrible job trying to protect his interests. So hopefully you don't have him. But with that being said, he should definitely come out, speak on this, get in front of it, still make music, still do his thing, still release the music, and go from there. Anyway, I hear music coming on. So with that being said, man, I'm going to go and cut it off, man. Y'all make sure y'all do the thing. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And, man, let's stay on top of this, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's go.